Uranus is often described as a gas giant, a failed planet, or an ice world. But that explanation is incomplete. Uranus is not a final state. Uranus is a transitional planetary stage in a long evolutionary cycle. In this episode, we will examine Uranus as a planet that is losing its heavy elements, losing its magnetism, and transitioning toward a colder, less dense planetary form. In planetary cycle theory, planets evolve through stages. They begin as molten bodies. They develop atmospheres. They refine into Earth-like worlds. They lose internal heat. They transition into Mars-like and then gas-dominated phases. Uranus represents a post-Jupiter transitional stage, where heavy transition metals have already been depleted, and lighter gases dominate the visible structure. Uranus has a blue-green color. This is traditionally attributed to methane-absorbing red light. But planetary cycle theory proposes an additional structural interpretation. As a planet loses iron, chromium, and nickel, the remaining dominant transition metals and gases influence optical scattering. Chromium compounds and methane-rich atmospheres shift the spectral reflection towards cyan and blue-green wavelengths. This indicates Uranus has already lost most of its dense transition metal shroud that once defined earlier planetary stages. Uranus has a weak and tilted magnetic field. This suggests its core engine is slowing. Planetary cycle theory proposes, when the molten core loses heat, dynamo-driven magnetism declines. When magnetism declines, the planet cannot retain heavy atmospheric dust. Transition metals oxidize, disperse, and escape over time. This moves the planet toward a lower density, gas-dominated structure. Uranus is not a primordial gas giant. Uranus is a planet that has already passed through a dense metallic stage. The gravitational force of a planet depends on mass and radius. Mass equals density multiplied by volume. As Uranus lost dense metallic material, its effective density decreased. Its volume remained large, but its gravitational binding energy weakened. This makes Uranus less capable of attracting moons and debris compared to Jupiter. Uranus represents a declining planetary mass phase, moving toward a colder, quieter planetary state. In planetary cycle theory, Uranus is on a path toward a Neptune-like and eventually Pluto-like stage. As heat declines, magnetism weakens and atmosphere escapes, the planet becomes smaller, colder, and less gravitationally dominant. Uranus is not the end of planetary evolution. It is a waypoint in a long cosmic life cycle. Uranus is not a gas giant anomaly. It is a planetary elder in transition. In the next episode, we examine Neptune, the next stage in planetary decline.